It was in 1984 when John Ray Salazar Cruz arrived in America with approximately $17.89. His first purchase was a coffee and a newspaper to find a job. He didn't manage to find employment until his 7th newspaper. However, it was during the 5th week of reading the city press he found out about, and was promptly 2 hours late to, a Filipino mass. John Ray would eventually meet Kat while trying to pray for another job. John Ray and Kathleen Rivera bonded over several things, trying to find the most authentic Filipino ingredients the city had to offer, being 15 minutes late to Mass, and taking public transportation. They married sometime later, had 3 children, and rented an apartment on a somewhat quiet street. It would be 33 years later when John Ray and Kat decided to return to the Philippines. John Ray sent a text to a neglected family group chat with prompt news that the house would be vacated. Nicole Ruth Rivera Cruz was named after her grandmother on her mother's side, a photographer who captured the plight of migrant workers in the 60s. She's a jack of all trades, volleyball champ, president of her high school geography and math club, and lastly, a world traveler. It was 5 years ago, after her graduation, when she disappeared and communicated strictly via her Facebook photo albums. She keeps a count of how many miles she's traveled in her journal and hopes to break a record someday. Nathan inherited his father's love of letter writing and has several pen pals all over the world, 4 of which he still writes to. He has 3 mystery novel manuscripts that have not seen the light of day. Although he was talented in writing, he never excelled in the public speaking and attempted to opt out of any speaking assignment with clearly forged excuse letters. He stayed with his parents going to school in the local college, and after graduating spends a secret amount of time in local coffee shops or the library. The youngest of the Cruz family. Although not particularly large, he developed a strange complex around his weight when one too many titas pinched his cheek and called him taba. In response to this, he would wake up every Saturday morning and walk around in order to exercise. On one particular Saturday, he walked so far he reached a small farm and became a farmhand for an unforgettable summer. He believes that his aesthetic and the business degree he's working on will make him wealthy someday.